something like this?
Or recorded Mike Casey's podcast. One that he did.
Nice.
But I didn't have to like feed music in separately.
Right.
So essentially, we could have bypassed everything we tried to do for about an hour and a half, and just done it the old.
Good to know.
The regular way. I don't know better for now. You live and you learn.
You live and you learn.
And you learn.
Live and you learn.
Looking for the Here intro.
Oh, I fucking love this song.
D-Phil, Collin Thomas. We're taking off, gonna go get lost, and it ain't gonna cost.
To be honest with you, like, the thing about this stuff is, like, when I hear that dude's voice and your beats with it, I just hear money. I mean, like, realistically, like, knowing that you can produce the beats and that guy can do the raps, and let's play some other songs where he sings and shit, too, because, like, he's an incredibly talented dude. And so for the two of you to just be like, yeah, this is just us two making this music, like, that takes it back to the roots of, like, the best music type stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's just, like, super dope.
I'm still trying to... No, I think we have established what we need to be getting done. It's just a time for, like, a name at this point.
What name are you leaning towards?
I have no clue. He's coming over Friday, so...
But you guys don't want it to just be like D-Phil and Collin Thomas kind of a thing?
Nah, I feel like it could be like
cooler.
A cool name, yeah.
For
like
sure.
I'm staring at this aquarium box and it says money back guarantee. Like I feel like that could be
Fuck yeah. That's a fucking tight rap group. Or whatever group it is. That's awesome.
I like, yeah, gonna be ripping the shit while I distract, yeah. Gonna be ripping shit while I distract. I would tell you my name, but I really don't care. Gonna do what? Like, gonna be ripping, check it. Gonna be ripping the shit while I'm sitting in this stacks. I ain't rapping,
but it is a like scrap stuff left over.
Right on.
Like he was basically just like holding this notebook, like flipping through shit that he never used in like a different song. It's a bonus track. It's called Bonus Track.
Word.
Girl, you a little bit bullshit. I be smelling it. Whenever you talk, I feel like I'm feeling it. I feel like a feeling whenever I buy what you're selling. It's kind of
I just like the way he flows over your beats.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, yeah.
This beat's fucking fire, dude. I love it. It sounds like an old Eminem beat.
Thank you. And some random beatboxing for you.
Was that him doing that?
Yeah.
Was he that like?
Was right there.
Was he that like second place beatboxer in high school? Just like tight, but not like tight enough to do it as a job.
Yeah, right. I don't know.
Okay. There's like only one Rozelle in the world. Do you ever listen to Rozelle?
I do like Rozelle. What's that?
Dude, I remember buying the Rozelle CD like fresh out the store.
Oh man,
stuff's so funny.
Dude, it's like Reggie Watts. You listen to Reggie Watts?
Yeah.
Fuck shit stack. Like that thing. He's like, is this same thing right here?
Oh really?
Unfortunately, like something's fucked up. I had to send that in to get it fixed up.
That's what he uses. Yeah,
because you can put a mic input into here, and he just beatboxes into it, and then does the wah wah wah.
Oh, and loops it with that.
Yeah, and that's all this is, like a looper.
What's that called?
A Korg K oscillator.
Korg K oscillator. Does that have a model number or anything? Is it just that what it is?
It's the old K oscillator Pro.
That's baller.
Yeah, they're kind of older, but yeah, man, it's just a loop synth thing where like I wish I could like show you some shit on it, but it's half broken.
Right on. It's all good.
Unfortunately.
Dude, can you play that one where he's doing like the Jamaican type of thing?
Yeah, absolutely. Find it real quick.
And then we should talk about like a little bit about the background and stuff.
Oh, that song's got a good old background right there.
No, I mean like your background.
Oh. That's cool. That's pretty average.
Too many times I've been wrong, I've been gone, I know. I don't know where to go, and when they want that I can go.
Reminds me a lot of like all the like rock reggae rap bands that I like right now, like Revolution, Dirty Heads, The Movement.
Sometimes I cannot get away from what I want.
All started from this one thing right here. This. This whole song, I just took that and like layered it and like auto-tuned it, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, dude, listen to this. And played it, and it was like, oh, and then like, it's like, oh shit. And literally, this is the whole song built off of that right there.
Sounds a lot like Cass Haley too, in a way.
I don't know why the fuck he's singing in a Jamaican accent.
I personally love it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So, dude, that's what I'm trying to say. Is some of my favorite bands right now are white bands that are basically trying to be Jamaican.
Yeah.
But they're awesome. I love them. I fucking love this shit. I really do. It's one of my favorite things that I've heard.
And then it takes some turns though. Like, it goes to this weird like.
It's okay.
Spacey thing, and then it gets into the rap.
I think it's cool, man. I feel like people on the internet would love this type of shit. For real. I mean, average to somebody like, listen, it's crazy to think about podcasts. It's crazy is people listen in other countries. You know? Like, we think it's boring, but to other people around the world, it's like, what in the fuck is their life? This is so crazy.
Yeah, and then also, like, it's crazy to me how popular, like, what music American people think is shitty, and it's like super popular in other countries.
Oh, retardedly popular.
Like,
I shouldn't say that word. Ridiculously popular. I mean, it's like how they have like Brad Pitt and Clint Eastwood on giant billboards in Japan, and we don't even know about it. For companies,
really?
For companies we've never heard of, and they get like $10 million for a spot like that.
What are they advertising? Just
anything.
Like cigarettes?
Nah, not. I mean, probably, but I mean, like, not necessarily. But yeah, it really is crazy how popular American culture is, like, around the world still.
Yeah.
Although I think the Europeans are really gaining on us.
Yeah. This isn't like techno and all that, like, from Europe. I'm going to edit that out because that just sounded
Germany.
retarded. I shouldn't say retarded. But here's the Step Best song, which I will edit in.
The name of this podcast is going to be Don't Say the Word Retarded.
Oh, or the...
You know what I was thinking the other day? Is how fucked up is it that their whole life you can grow up being called a word and then not be able to say that word? Like, you grow up with this, and it's like a back and forth kind of thing.
Absolutely.
And you talk like that in high school and college, and all of a sudden the internet happens, and you're like, oh, you can't say any of those words anymore. It's like, that's fine. Right. But you have to understand that they were established as a part of my vocabulary.
Dude, absolutely. I want to say my grandma, she's been sharing shit on Facebook recently that
what kind of shit?
I've been sharing,
like Alex Jones type shit?
Shit that I've been sharing that like you've posted.
Oh, cool.
But yeah,
get that grandma shit.
Kind of. The main point is that I don't know how she would feel about the whole last 25, more than that, the whole last minute and a half of that.
We can cut it out. Here's the deal. Flying by the seat of my pants. Whatever gets said, it can always be edited out.
Oh, no, naturally. That's why I should care less about fucking cursing too. I mean, not that matter. I probably said fuck so many times I didn't mean cheers, man.
Cheers. Let's say, Grandma, you know what? Sometimes you gotta learn a lesson or two. Hold on 1 second before you play that. How funny would it be if we made a show called Millennial Lessons for Grandmas, where we just taught grandmas different things from millennials?
Yeah, and you have to have some like super like really I don't know what the word is. I'm not into politics, so I'm just gonna say democratic just because that's one. But like I don't know the difference between left and right. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care about politics.
Fair enough. You're just a decent human being,
right? Whoever hates like Trump the most.
Oh yeah, conservative.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, hates him as a liberal. You're right.
Okay. Well, either way, like. So I just imagine, a person with like gauges and like a stocking cap, and they're super. I'm not gonna say hipsterish, but
I know what you're talking about.
Kind of hipsterish, yeah. And
yeah.
Their grandparents are hella like old school racist,
like it's super conservative.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely know that kind of thing.
Yeah,
That
would definitely make a good show.
Yeah, and they're like, they're telling about like the 73 different kinds of genders, how they haven't used a TV remote control in 12 years.
And the grandparents say clicker. Obviously, they don't say remote.
Yep.
I don't know if your grandparents say that, but mine do, and it bothers me.
I don't know what old people say these days.
They say clicker instead of remote, and it bothers the shit out of me.
Yeah, well, you are from Kansas. That's a kind of Kansan thing.
That's true. Very Midwestern. Southwest Kansas, too, which is basically like in Oklahoma and Texas.
What's that area like? Because Colby's driving there right now. She's driving to Tulsa.
So dry. I mean, 0% humidity.
That's the Dust Bowl country.
Yeah. And it's basically like New Mexico. It's the same as New Mexico. 'Cause, I mean, it's only like I lived an hour from Colorado, 15 minutes from Oklahoma, and like 45 minutes from New Mexico.
Wow.
So,
That's weird.
yeah.
Did you travel a lot when you were a kid?
Yeah, like a lot in Boy Scouts and shit, and
Nice.
to like Wichita, Kansas.
Yep.
I'd only been to Kansas City probably like 4 times before I moved here.
Oh, wow. Is
Yeah.
Kansas City like a big city for you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh.
And Denver was only, I mean, it's a 6.5, 7-hour drive back to my hometown from here. But Denver is only 4 hours away from my hometown. And I had never been to Denver until like
Oh, damn.
4 years ago, maybe.
Whoa. That's crazy. So you could have just as easily ended up in Denver.
Yeah. And there's Amarillo, Texas. That's also like 3 hours and 45 minutes. It's the same amount as Denver, basically. But for some reason, we'd always go there instead of fucking Denver and like go to the mall and shit. But
Right on.
it wasn't big or anything.
Yeah, dude. Boy Scouts was awesome. I love being in Boy Scouts.
Boy Scouts, dude. Oh yeah, I'd go to New Mexico. I've been like spent probably as much time in New Mexico as I have like anywhere else other than Kansas.
Really?
That didn't make any sense. I'll edit that out. Let me rephrase that.
Yeah, it did.
I spent a lot of fucking time in New Mexico,
Yeah.
mainly camping and vacation and stuff.
Fair.
And yeah, I mean it's basically the same as Southwest Kansas where I'm from.
Really?
It's dry. Like it could be 110 degrees, but just 0% humidity there, and I'm like, oh, like it's a little hot, but it doesn't feel too bad. But then it's 85 degrees in Kansas City, and it's 100% humidity, and I'm like, I fucking hate this. It's the rainforest.
That's hilarious. It does feel like the rainforest sometimes.
It's wild.
Damn. So living in a small town, like what small town was it again?
Hugoton, Kansas?
Hugoton. I feel like I've heard of that.
Probably not.
I'm driving out to White Cloud, Kansas
White
on
Cloud?
Sunday.
Where's that?
It's like in the middle of Kansas.
Hmm.
My wife's family reunion's out there.
How big is their family?
Pretty big.
Why are they having it there?
That's where they all live.
Oh, man. They all branch out, or they still all live around there?
I think they branched out for sure.
Damn, like, that's wild.
They're good peeps. But dude, I was curious, like growing up in a small town in Hugoton, Kansas, how did you like find outlets for your music growing up?
I didn't. I don't. I still don't. I mean, I still have like barely released any shit.
But I guess I should say
Probably
like,
just like how did I discover new music?
no, more like how did you get into like making music?
I took piano lessons when I was in 2nd and 3rd grade. Then I didn't really fuck around with music too much. Oh, I played tuba, and like all the way from 5th grade to my senior year in high school. But other than that, I'd only played piano, in 1st, 2nd grade. I started playing guitar maybe like when I was a sophomore in high school, and then I didn't start making beats until I was a senior in high school. But the beats I were making were like not MIDI, not quantized. It was straight like the headphone output out of a fucking synthesizer keyboard, like into. And I'd asked for Christmas or my birthday, or someone was like, I want like Pro Tools,
Yep.
Because I was like the recording software I had researched, because I didn't know shit about.
No, Pro Tools was hot shit back then.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the shit, but I didn't know shit about recording back then, like literally nothing. And I don't even listen to rap music that much. So I don't even know why. Like I think the main part of it was like I was playing guitar, and I wanted to accompany myself with like drums and bass while I was playing guitar. And then I guess that got into making beats and shit.
Damn, that's crazy, dude. That's pretty cool that you just did it like out of necessity and started out with like the bare building blocks of it.
Mm-hmm. I might have the first beat that I ever made.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, if you have it on there.
Let me scroll through some shit real quick.
Collin is currently scrolling through literally hundreds of songs on iTunes looking for the first song they made. Looking for the first song. Casey Kasem.
Like we just played the song.
See, audio editing honestly is like a foreign art to me, because like I'm really good at video editing. Or not, I shouldn't say really good, but I'm proficient at video editing. But audio editing is like a whole different beast, and I do it a lot.
Dude, I'm the exact opposite. I mean,
Really?
But
That's cool.
I don't know. Editing audio and shit's like fucking playing video games to me.
Really,
It's a lot of fun.
that's awesome.
And once I learned, I mean, I went to school, and that's why I went to Kansas City. I wanted to go to Denver when I like graduated high school to go to college and stuff, but my mom was like, "Yeah, it has to be in state." So the, BRC, where like me and Leo and Gage and a ton of people went to school.
You should explain a little bit about the BRC. I mean, we have a little bit of time,
It's dope. I mean, I thought it was great. A lot of people hated it. Like,
I just personally think that your story of like coming from a small town in Kansas where you're like asking for Pro Tools and synthesizers and stuff, and then the first school that you go to out of that town is this like crazy, like privately run like audio school, basically, right?
mm-hmm, yeah. It was, well, before I went, like when my buddy Gage was going, a few years older than me, it was part of I think Baker University in Topeka.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a part of that, so they actually had to have like, college class, or like your, what do you call them, gen ed class, like college stuff,
Yep.
But they changed that the year before I went, so, like 75%, I had block scheduling, I don't know how, like.
Yeah.
And so 75% of senior year was like, where do you like want to go to college, and like applying and prepping for it. And I had already known that I wanted to go there because it was in-state and it was audio school, and I just knew I wanted to do like anything with audio. And that was, the only like good-looking place. So
Interesting.
I don't have a single gen ed, because I fucked around I knew I was going there for the beginning of senior year, so I was like, I don't have to prep for shit. You don't have to have shit to get in here.
How did you convince your parents to let you go there?
I mean, they knew I play guitar and shit, and like,
They're into it?
yeah, they felt like they would have supported me, whatever I wanted
That's
to do,
awesome.
yeah. And like I said, I was in piano lessons when I was like in second and third grade and shit. So, and I've been hella good at tuba. When I was a
Can I just stop you right there?
when I was a junior.
That's the first time I've ever heard that sentence. And I was in a band for like 4 years.
When I was a junior in high school, I was the second best tuba player in the state of Kansas.
Damn, dropping
Yeah.
those fucking credentials.
Mm-hmm. And so like I've always just been like super. I mean, like this that was my 18th birthday present, was like this music.
Oh, that's
tattoo.
dope.
So they would, anything I want to do, and I told them like I don't care what I do, I just want to be with music and shit.
That's a beautiful thing, man. I should take a picture of that too for the posts and
Yeah.
stuff, because that's really cool.
Thank you.
You know.
I got it off. I stole it off the internet. But yeah.
Hey, before you go on, I was going to ask you too, like when you started doing piano in second and third grade, right?
Mm-hmm.
Were you like, did you show like inclination for it? Like, were you good? Because I did piano at that age and I was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So
I was decent. I'm not gonna say I was really good or anything, and I only did it for then, and then I stopped playing, and then until like I started like making beats again, like junior, sophomore year, whatever, senior year, whatever it was. Then I got more like into piano, and then at BRC, like they teach music theory. I mean, music theory is like a class you have to take while you're there. So I like revamped like some shit, and I learned a lot of new shit also,
yeah, I mean, I still don't really understand music theory all that well.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, but I know there's a lot more to it than what I understand.
It gets fucking intense.
Yeah. Well,
But,
shit, if you want to pause it and go get that hard drive.
Oh, I mean, it's like a built-in hard drive in my car.
Oh.
I might have it somewhere.
How do you have a hard drive in your car?
It's built into my stereo.
Weird.
It's pretty dope.
A hard drive?
Yeah.
You can upload stuff to it?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, buddy.
That's nuts. What did that BRC school stand for, Collin?
The owner's name is his initials.
No way.
I think it was Bill Robert Crane or Bill something Crane.
Just baller rich
He
cats.
He is an old fucking jazz cat. Who,
BRC.
Yeah.
He's seems like a good teacher.
I thought so. Man, there's a lot of people that talk shit on that school and stuff, but I learned a lot of shit from there.
You know, the thing about schools like that, because I went to film school, and people talk shit about that all the time too. But if you have the right teacher, it's an old saying, like you've seen it on Instagram 1,000 times, where it's like, if this right student is ready to learn, the teacher presents itself. And sometimes, like when you went to this school, there might have been like 20 other cats that came through that school that just they weren't ready to learn everything that guy had to offer.
Right.
But you were in a position for some reason, whatever, that you just took everything. Because I mean, I'm looking around. You make your own music. You play your own instruments. You mix it and master it and stuff. Like you clearly walked away from that school with a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
And you make your living with that material.
Right. Because
You
this is like a song I made senior year before I went to school.
Okay.
Not that one. And this is not MIDI or like quantized or anything. This is like out of the synthesizer, like I said earlier, like the headphone jack out of like. So everything's like off a little bit, and I don't know. This is like me trying to make beats, not knowing how to make beats.
What year is this?
2011.
2011. I still like it though. That's the funniest part about it. Like, this is the second beat you made. How is this the second beat?
Not
you
the
made?
second one, but
Quit lying.
this is like the fourth or fifth track I ever made.
That's nuts. You were able to match all this up like this.
This sounds like super cheesy. But then, so I went in from like that to like, there was a project where we had to use MIDI and stuff and like just basically show off your MIDI skills as much as possible and remix any song. So I remixed the Powerpuff Girls song.
Can you explain to me what MIDI is real quick? Because I don't know very well.
It's musical instrument digital interface. So it's basically how you like, it's all on the key, like on this keyboard, but you like pick different instruments.
Gotcha.
So it's all like samples and loops or like sine waves and shit. Like,
Gotcha.
yeah, that is just coordinated to certain like keys on the keyboard.
Makes sense.
Skip ahead a little bit to the.
Chemical X.
Let me ask you something. When you're remixing music, how are you taking the sound that's from the song and then like, reinterpreting it, the sound? Like, how do you actually remix a song?
For the first half, or like, there's a part of like this drums here at the beginning, you know. I just like cut that part and then looped it over and over, and then when this bass and like this bell thing comes in, that's all. Like, I did all that on GarageBand.
So do you pull the sounds out of it and then remix that?
No, I just found like MIDI instrument sounds that matched like the
Gotcha.
style, and I just like played the same melody.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's badass. All right, I understand now.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
It's like,
So is that how most remixes are done? Like with other, like you play the song but you play over it?
like if it's like a DJ live, like that shit's way more complicated.
Right.
I'm not that talented. I can't fucking spin records for shit. But that's all like
Well, it's a complete-
layering and like sampling like live on the fly and stuff.
Interesting.
Or like the closest I'll get to DJing is So like with this track right here, I took like I sampled like a old YouTube video where it says they have this all figured out thing, and I like assigned it to these pads, and I just played it like on the pads.
I like this song.
I am adjusting. I am the rust that stuck to the frame of the game, and I came to repaint the whole thing with a gallon of cheap white 2K urethane, and I might even put some flames on it, put my name on it. No shame in my trade is kind of my vein, and I do what I do. Yeah, I ain't trying to prove to you, cause I don't need nobody help when I be talking to myself.
So let me just pitch you something real quick.
Yeah.
You can let it play. You guys, do your name is Money Back Guaranteed, and it's D-Phil and Collin T, and then we shoot all your music videos in fisheye.
Dude, I am so down with the fucking fisheye.
You know?
Yeah.
And just fucking run it like that. It'd be hilarious.
I fucking would dig it.
Some of this stuff is perfect for music video shit, where you guys are like fake running.
Oh yeah, did I show you the song with the?
If you can't see me, I'm running like Donkey Kong right
Yeah,
now.
he's running like yeah, it's more like a thing like on I
Or
think it's
Mario.
Dumb and
Mario.
Dumber, where it's like you're pretending to run, but you're like actually riding passenger in the car.
That's hilarious.
I don't know if I ever showed you
Hey
this.
kids, meet Dylan. Gather around, he's gonna tell you a story.
Here's a little story about tripping. See this
Make
one
a perfect music video.
Yeah. Yes, it would.
out of it. Matter of fact, I shouted it. Matter of fact, I looked
Is this
around
guy
the
down to
room.
do music
Then it
videos?
started dawning
Oh,
on me.
absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
What am I doing? Where am I going? I am blowing just like the wind. I'm on the fringe. I am gone just like the song. Just having fun like I'm Pac Pong. You all Kim Jong Un. I'm unstoppable like unstoppable. Flip floppable, impossible. Like
I just love these beats. They're so like vapory. I'm just like, I love music like that. I really do. It's one of the reasons I like your style so much. Is it's exactly the music that I would make if I had any musical talent at all.
Oh yeah.
You know what I
Thank
mean?
you, man.
Like, it's the kind of shit that I've tried to make, and I'm just like, I should just not even. I don't have musical talent, really. Maybe I could learn it eventually, but, like, your beats and the way that, I don't know, it's really cool.
Oh Christ. Oh my God. But man, I'm kind of like the opposite. Like, well, aside from like doing like rock stuff and like the Stonewood and Twine Branch thing, if I try to make like EDM or house music, it's so terrible.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's so bad.
It's hard to make something you don't like.
And it's not that I don't like it. Like I went through a long phase where I was eating a lot of mushrooms and listening to Paper Diamond.
I don't know what that is.
Paper Diamond is like EDM from like 2010, like 2011. He was really
Right on.
popular.
That sounds awesome.
But yeah, man.
What's your favorite kind of music to make? Is it the Stonewood or?
A mixture between like rock and like I love making like the old hip hop.
Hell yeah, that's so great.
And that's the only like kind of rap or like hip like I don't know any like I don't listen to that much rap music.
Dude,
but I
good
love
music
fucking
is good
hip-hop.
music,
Yeah.
honestly. Like when you hear it. Like I don't need to put like these rappers suck, these rappers are great. Like realistically, for me, everyone has their own tastes and everyone has what they like, and I know great music when I hear it for me.
Right.
You know, I heard something recently where they're talking about like why mumble rappers are so popular. You know, and like how
Why,
like,
what rappers?
Mumble.
Oh.
You know, like Lil Yachty,
Yeah,
21
yeah.
Savage, blah blah.
Yeah.
So they're saying like, yeah, the reason they're so popular is because they're speaking to like 10 to 15-year-olds, and those people have access to phones. You know what I mean? Like, no 10, 12-year-old wants to hear about Jay-Z rapping about his yacht. You know what I'm saying? They want to hear some crazy shit from their fucking people that look like crazy monsters. That's what they dude, when I was growing up, I went to like ICP shows, Cottonmouth
Oh,
Kings.
shit, yeah, dude.
And it's like, hey, think about your past and you can better understand why people like. I loved Limp Bizkit.
I don't give a shit what people say. I love Limp Bizkit.
Dude, fuck anyone. I went to a Limp Bizkit concert the last time they were here.
I've never been to one. I wish I've gone to one.
I lost my voice for like 4 days. Them, Korn. I was a huge Eminem fan.
And dude, see, I've tried to make like Korn and like Limp Bizkit type music, but
It's hard to do.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, you need a really, honestly, for that music, you need a bassist.
yeah.
Like somebody that can lay down some bass.
Because like I do a lot of like MIDI bass on recordings, and you can't get your bass down that low.
It's not the same. Yeah, it's not the
No.
same.
But there's this, which is like the heaviest thing I've ever made.
Is this some metal?
It's got like a string. It's like an orchestra, like a rock. You might have. I might have shown you
TSO?
something. Huh?
Like TSO? Trans-Siberian
That's what
Orchestra?
people. Yeah, the John's like says that. It's like darker. It's not like festive.
That's fine. I love dark. It's honestly fine. I don't need my music to be festive.
No.
You made all this?
Yeah.
See, that's what I love. I love being able to listen to this and know that, like, from soup to nuts, this is just you.
Right.
That's badass.
Dude, that's how I feel about that Moonshine song from the Stonewood and Twine Branch.
Play it.
That was like 100%.
Yeah,
I mean,
play it.
like John and Derek have helped write like all the other stuff and like
Right
lyrics
on.
and whatnot. But this one I did like when they were both out of town.
Well, before you play it, actually, I wanted to ask you a little bit about that. Because, like, when you played this for me the first time, I was like, what the hell? I wasn't expecting it. And I was just like, damn, this is amazing. Like, I didn't know that you had that side to you, you know? So it's like, can you explain to me, like, how that comes about? Like, do you have favorite bands in that genre? Or
Not at all.
Really?
And I don't really like.
Have you seen Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
It's been a long time. I've not seen the whole thing through.
Interesting.
But like my grandparents listen to country like on road trips, so they always just listen to country music. And I hate country music from like 2000 and on. But like Hank Williams and like Waylon Jennings and shit, that shit's awesome. Johnny Cash and stuff. But
Yeah.
anything like pop country is so terrible.
Yeah.
And at the Brick in Kansas City,
Yeah.
they have a rural grit nights every Monday night, and it's like open mic bluegrass and folk music. And I love like watching that shit, and like people are so talented and shit. Like folk and bluegrass musicians, they can just meet up and jam and like bust a fucking song out, no problem, instantly.
Right.
But it was just one night really drunkenly. So I was playing Conan Exiles on Xbox, and I was trying to build something, and I needed stone, wood, twine, and branch. So I said to myself, oh fuck, I need stone, wood, twine, and branch. And then I was like, wait. It almost sounded like I was just really stoned. Like that sounds like Simon and Garfunkel. So I was like stone, wood, and twine branch. And then like I said, I was really drunk, so I was like, me and John Derrick decided like, man, let's make a fucking folk Americana. It was originally gonna be more like Bob Dylan style music, but it didn't turn out that way.
That's hilarious.
A lot of it almost even sounds like some fucking Alice in Chains.
Yeah, for sure.
But the Moonshining one, which I'm especially proud of.
See, I feel like I hear like a lot of Kentucky and like Tennessee in here.
Right.
Like, is your family from that area, or like what's the deal?
Nah, born and raised in Southwest Kansas.
But what about your family before that?
Back in Kansas.
Nobody's from Kansas.
Like Sweden.
21 years brings the gift of life. Wine and spirits turn the day to night. Now the darkness comes naturally. Mountain clouds black out all I see. This world's a dark place.
I could see this being a country hit.
Oh yeah.
I'm honestly not even joking.
Everyone loves a good song about moonshining.
We should do a music video for that one, but have it be all puppets.
All right, do you want to hear a Stonewood and it's song number 4. It's a concept album, as I told you previously.
What's the concept?
A man tired of the city life flees the city and leaves his girl behind for a secluded mountain man life. And after many hardships, he realizes he can't handle it. And on his way back into the city, on the way back to his old life, he encounters some tragedy, which we have not decided yet. But he doesn't make it, and it's on his way back. You know, the last 2 songs are brutal because the second to last song is going to be the one where he realizes I can't make it. I got to go back. So it's really sad. the last song on the album is like really happy themed, but he ends up dying. So it's gonna be
You gotta figure out his death scene.
right. So
Interesting.
song number 4 this here called "The Hunt." It's about a guy. It's gonna be about a guy who, it's the same dude, out in the woods. He accidentally eats some mushrooms, which are magic mushrooms. So
Go
then
on.
He thinks he's on this intense hunting trip, where he's out in the woods like mountain man style, but in his mind he's like secret agent James Bond, trying to shoot animals and stuff. And during the whole time, the trees and rocks and stuff are like growing out. There's like some chanting in the song, and then it's gonna be like the trees and the rocks. Like this song is a perfect fucking for a music video.
Dude, let's do music videos for all of them and just make them super trippy.
Please.
I could see this stuff getting popular just because, like, to do like really cool music videos to it.
It's like Secret Agent, man, like hillbilly secret agent.
Ooh, I like that. That's a good movie. Fuck, dude, you just gave me my next movie idea. Hillbilly Secret Agent. Hillbilly Private Eye. It'll be like a whole series. This is fucking amazing. It's
Obviously, we need someone to play some real banjo because the MIDI banjo doesn't cut it.
Yeah. Well, there's only like 3,000 banjo players around Kansas City. So.
Right.
But it does sound exactly like a James Bond theme, but with banjo music. I love it. That's funny.
And the point, or the main part in it that I would like to specifically point out is, so he's tripping his balls off, right? Right here. And he like locks eyes with the squirrel, and the squirrel's eyes get like super huge, and then it like he like dives and he's like going sideways, and it's like like Matrix style, but
That's
he's
awesome.
in a suit and he's just tripping his balls off the whole time.
Dude, I hope my stabilizer is still on my front porch, because when I get that, we can make any kind of thing. Like, the thing that
man.
people don't understand when I keep talking about the stabilizer is, like, any idea that you have, we can now do, and it'll look fucking awesome.
But
like,
you have a drone, right? You do drone footage?
I don't have a drone. I have a lot of friends that have drones, and I have people that I work with that have drones. But I haven't bought one yet. I'm waiting for them to come down in price again.
Yeah. Again,
Around
are they like in and out of like...
Around Christmas, they should.
Are they in and out of like price range and stuff?
No, whenever a newer model comes out, the rest of them drop.
Oh,
So,
gotcha.
and the thing is, like, I would love to have a drone, but I know how much I would use it, and I already have a shit ton of Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, unless I'm using it for real estate or, I don't know. I gotta justify is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it's definitely on the list. But the stabilizer is cool because, like, for example, like with what you just said, where it's like he's doing is like stuff like we can do all that slow motion type stuff with it, and it'll look super smooth and like he can follow the ground and I can fall with him and move it with him, and it'll just be like.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of good stuff that could be music videos for sure.
So you have one more Stonewood Twine Branch. You want to save it for later? You want to bust it out?
The old
The happy one.
the happy one. Yeah. I'll bust that out right now. There's no words yet, but you can just imagine him on his way back to his hometown and his girl, excited to see them and excited to return, but tragedy strikes. Almost like the scene in Royal Tenenbaums when Luke Wilson kills himself, or tries to kill himself.
I remember that. Yeah.
It's like it's almost like happy, but...
Right. Like a delusional happy.
Exactly. Yeah, that's about it for that one.
Right on.
It just repeats over and over.
Let's play some of like your favorite beats that you've made, or just play whatever you like.
Oh, you just want me to play stuff for the next half hour?
Just
Or are you carried away?
I mean, we can definitely still talk. I just want to let people hear like whatever like your best stuff you want to play is.
Oh, the best of the best?
Yeah.
Here's one of my favorite rock ones I've done. It's got like a James Blunt, John Mayer thing going on. over for right now.
Right on.
Yep.
It's hard to know what to say because I'm just so impressed by all of it that I don't know what to say.
This one, man. Oh. This probably, I'm going to put this in my top 3 favorite things I've ever made in my life. Just because dude, here, you know what I'm even going to do for you? Let me back up. I'm going to do this organ solo for you live.
What?
Yeah.
It's a real treat.
Oh, man. I hope so. I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, yeah. Organ solo? How can you go wrong? 100% into that.
Time out. Yeah.
That was dope, man.
Thank you.
It's just so funny because I have zero musical talents. So whenever you do stuff like that, like I'm so amazed. Like I'm the kind of guy that I'm still amazed that we're even still able to record, and that like I'm able to like record a video, and you're able to record audio. Like it still blows my mind that that's a possibility. And so like when I watch you make music like that, like I don't even know if my brain really comprehends it. It's just like this is happening in real time. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I feel you. You can record if you want a fucking thing on guitar.
Oh, cool.
You'll really enjoy it. It's a country thing. You'll enjoy it.
I love that you don't like country, but yet you make country music. That's a hilarious thing.
I mean, dude, it's the same thing almost with beats. Like, I don't like modern rap music. I mean, a select few.
Right on.
Like, I like Tech Nine, Prof. I love Prof. Atmosphere.
All the Rhymesayer stuff is dope.
Oh, yeah.
I love Aesop Rock.
Mm.
I mean, I'm a huge rap fan, so I mean,
But yeah,
I would be curious. Yeah, so you just said it. So Tech Nine, Prof. Some of fucking Tech Nine's beats are insane too.
yeah, and I don't know, dude. I just don't really listen to rap music, but
That's fair.
I make a lot of beats.
What do you like about making beats? Just it, like just comes out of you, or what is it?
Yeah, and almost like I said, with like mixing audio, it's like playing video games. I mean, when I'm playing, like when I'm making beats and stuff, I feel like I get the same enjoyment, almost the same feeling as like, you know, I'm playing a video game. So,
Right on.
That's
That's fascinating.
And then, yeah, I don't know. I like a lot of hip hop, so I like, or like 90s hip hop, you know. So a lot of my shit's like that. But then it gets into like some hardcore, like some darker shit, such as this song right here.
This is the kind of stuff that I love. Absolutely love this song. Your beats are so tight. You need to be selling these motherfuckers. How are like 9 rappers not paying it like $500 for this?
Man.
For real. That dude, there's a bunch of rappers on Instagram that would pay money for that.
Oh, yeah. It's heavy, man. It's fucking dark, too. Like,
I love that.
this one that I recently sent you has like one of the dude, I'm just so proud of like how hardcore the fucking bass hits and like one that I shared recently in that Google Drive.
This shit's so fire. And like, there's a big part of my brain, honestly, that's listening to it from a video maker's perspective as like, this is gonna be a great song to make a video with.
Yeah, it is the synth right there is a little cheesy. Probably change that.
I kind of dig it.
I love this like synth right here with that like.
Yeah. Hey, I was gonna ask you when we started, whose snow skis are these?
I bought those from old Hank Tilbury.
Oh, nice. I know Hank.
Garage sale, same place I got this mic preamp here.
Oh, nice.
Look at this beer. And that 5 guitar stand right there.
Oh, hell yeah. That guitar stand's awesome.
Thank you. It's lacking all my guitars now since from the moving thing.
The water intrusion.
Yeah, well, from when they redid this whole like concrete section, I had to move some stuff. I mean, you saw when you first got here, like this whole beat lab was torn down.
Yep.
And I had to move, like, push everything back.
Yeah, we should explain that. Like when I got over here, Collin's whole basement was all torn up because they just had a water pipe break?
Something's wrong with the pipe from the house to the street. They came, they said they fixed it. They didn't fix it. And then 2 days later, it's like, oh, we got to tear out this chunk of the basement floor and re-put a pipe down there. Where it had been done before. You could see, I mean, this line right here, it was there before from previous owners of the house.
But we're in Collin's basement right now, and there's a gigantic line running down the basement floor where they clearly took the floor up and then cemented over it. But yeah, when I got over here, it was like nothing was together. We just put everything together, and now we're podcasting.
I'll show you one more song, then I'll set up my guitar thing. Show you.
Dude, it's got to be at least two or three more songs, real quick.
All right, we can do.
Because I want to hear the Mexican Desperado one.
The Desperado.
That one has to be the last one.
Stonewood and Twine Branch album. I'm not gonna say volume 2 because that sounds lame, but album 2.
Album numero dos.
Holy shit. That's what it's gonna be called.
Whatever the Spanish word is for.
Thank you for that. Oh, we'll make it sound
album.
classier. We'll make it sound way less like Caucasian.
I don't know what you're trying to insinuate.
I don't know either. But that last batch of beats I've sent you, probably 3 of those are in the top 10 favorite beats I've ever made.
Nice. What are the names? Or do you want to just play them real quick?
Oh yeah. We got Altitude right
Boom.
here.
Hit it. God, this shit is so good. I mean, you have to understand, as a video maker or whatever, I scour the internet for music, constantly for the last at least 10 to 12 years. And so you just know it when you hear it. You know?
Thank you, man. This one's called Bubble Wrap, which is the one I just played that had the
Yep.
super deep
That was
bass.
dope.
Yeah. Deja Vu. And then this I've been trying to get a lot better about naming songs with legit names instead of
I wrote it on there on purpose to see if you'd see it and be like, what the fuck?
Let me just, before I play this next track, I'll give you a rundown of the files on my desktop. Another good pop song. Might be cool someday. Pretty cool shit. I Suck. New Too Happy, bro. Dark shit. More shitty shit.
That's the last one. That's perfect.
This pretty cool shit. It's a rock song that I'm pretty. Oh wait, is it? Oh no, never mind. It's the Bubble Wrap one. Disregard that whole thing.
Scrap.
But here's the Deja Vu.
You know, as we're doing this, I'm really getting the feeling that you should start doing like a Facebook Live or Instagram Live or YouTube Live and just playing beats and then just commenting back and forth with people that find it.
I'd be down with that. It'd be a good
Yeah,
way to
D-Phil
fucking...
could pop in sometimes,
Oh,
and you
shit.
could do your singing shit.
Dude, so D-Phil is all about... I don't know if you're familiar with Audio Tree Live.
Yeah, I know about that.
Yeah. D-Phil's all about that, where like... And that's like... If me and him would ever like do shows with our stuff, that's how it would be like with like him rapping, and then I would have a setup like similar to this, where I would be like looping stuff live and like playing guitar and shit and doing like live performance while he's it wouldn't be just like me hitting like play on my fucking MacBook. It'd be
I always hated that.
performing live.
I mean, on some parts, like, it's kind of cool though, because it gives you like just a performer. You have to see if they can like do it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, and like obviously doing like ad libs and backup vocals was shit that D-Phil does as well.
You guys should do like a Tiny Desk, like do your own version of Tiny Desk.
What's that? Is that like TED Talks?
No, it's like NPR does this thing where they ask people to come into this like really tiny room and perform music, and it's like a lot of the most famous musicians and artists. And
Oh,
stuff.
okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
You should do one of those down here and just do like 5 songs, you know?
I'd be down with that.
It'd be cool to document it and to have it, because you won't live here forever,
Right.
you know?
And yeah, dude. I mean, I can. It's crazy how I can separate like I'll say generations. Obviously, it's not like 10 years, but like generations of beats that I've made. Like I can separate it out from like when I was in high school, like living at home, and then when me and D-Phil lived together in KCK. When I first moved here, we went to school. That's how I met D-Phil, was at BRC.
Did he go there?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, we went there together. We started at the same time. We were in the same class and shit.
Does he do audio stuff too?
Not like aside from like shit we do.
Right on.
But and we were in like a rock band. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Uh-oh, we're digging deep.
Oh Jesus, dude.
I was going to ask you that too, because we kind of missed the part between the BRC school and right now. Like, you got hired at PSAV out of that school, or how'd that go?
No, after school, I got that job that I was telling you about a little bit ago, where I transferred.
Oh, nice.
I transferred records, like reel-to-reel, 8-track, cassette tapes, any old media onto CDs, and transferred like VHS and high 8, like any camcorder, like basically anything fucking to DVD.
How long did you do that for?
Like 2.5 years.
Dang.
And no, maybe not even that long. I'll probably say 1.5, 2 years max, before I started PSAV.
Right on. How long you been at PSAV?
I hit my 4-year mark like 2 weeks ago.
Wow. So you've been living in like this area for the last 4 years? 4 or 5 years, 6 years?
Yeah, 4 years. I lived here with John a year. It'll be 2. We moved in January, so it's easy to keep track of. So
Nice.
this is me my second year, so it's been a year and a half, a little more than a year and a half.
Right on.
And before that, me and Mike lived together for 2 years, 5 blocks down the street.
Oh, wow.
The Desperado track. Stonewood and Twine Branch, album 2. I already forget what it's called.
Numero dos.
Album Numero Dos. I don't know how to say album in Spanish, but
I'll look it up.
we're gonna find out. Oh fuck. No, it's in the Stonewood and Twine Branch folder, obviously. The song is about a gunslinger. I'm not gonna say outlaw. He's a good guy, gunslinger, and he is in a duel with it. It's a gunslinger versus outlaw. It's a duel, old-fashioned Western duel over a woman. He loses He ultimately loses to the outlaw, and his final vision is the outlaw carrying his woman away, who he loves.
Wow. Powerful. I really feel like this would be a good ending to a movie.
Or the beginning to the best concept album you've ever heard in your life. But it's not this one's not a concept album. But But it's not a concept album, because so it could be the last track. And if it was the album was called like something Desperado, then Desperado as the last track would make sense.
You know, the thing about this song is you could use it on a scene where it doesn't have to be Spanish people. You could do white people, black people. Like, it works for any kind of, it works for that emotion perfectly.
Absolutely. It's very emotional. And like right now it just hits me as like kind of, you know, like some, yeah, you know, like an old film, old like gunslinger film, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But then as soon as the trumpet kicks in, it tears at my heartstrings hard.
Yeah, totally.
It's like, basically, it's this Great White Buffalo. It's every woman you ever lost in your life. Plus death.
Always death. Let me ask you this. We played, what, like 15, like 10 to 15 songs probably?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How many songs do you think you have in the vault? I think I've asked you this before, but if you were going to present like your songs to like a SoundCloud or YouTube, like how many would you want up? Just a ballpark number.
Unfinished songs, 100. Finished songs that need a little work, 100.
Okay, so about 200 total.
Presentable songs that are finished and ready to present, say around 75.
Right on.
And then there's unfinished songs that could easily be finished. I
Right.
probably have like another 100 or 200 of those.
Yeah. I mean, I personally think like if you were to just do like YouTube Live or Facebook Live or something, just play a bunch of tracks, just be like, you can listen to this whenever. Just, I was telling my friend earlier today about this because he has a drone. And we're talking about
He's a drone?
he has
Like
a drone.
he's a synth? Oh, he has a drone.
Yeah, we were talking about how like my favorite YouTube channels. Like I don't really watch TV and I don't really watch Netflix during the week at all either.
Mm-hmm.
But I do watch a lot of YouTube, and what I'll watch on YouTube is chill hop video, but my favorite ones are the ones with like the drone video and the chill hop type of music.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were just to lace up like 50, 60 songs, you know, just be like boom, and that's what it would be. I just think that'd be like a really cool way to put it out. you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. And it's like I was saying earlier, like coming up with a group name. Well, what was the one?
Money Back
Guarantee. That ain't bad.
That's a good one. I like that. Or just Tetra.
Oh, I mean that might be copyright for that. That's the brand of the aquarium. I don't know why my voice been cracking this whole time too.
Crack-a-lackin'.
Probably because I was chewing earlier.
But no, I mean,
But I need a name for like me and D-Phil stuff, and then everything else is. I don't hate going just my like Collin Thomas Productions, but I also wouldn't mind some sort of name for a production company also.
honestly, man, if I were you, I would just call it Collin Thomas Music. Just
Yeah.
be like, boom. Let you motherfuckers know right now.
Right.
For real. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it saying the other day, it's like, just put your name on it. It doesn't have to be... I mean, you guys definitely could have a cool group name, you know, but
Yeah,
just...
the me and D-Phil thing, that will for sure be like a group thing.
But I just feel really strongly that for you as a producer and as an artist, like, just to have one name under all of the different kinds of music that you can make.
Yeah, for sure. And stuff that's not like... I mean, I even was like talking with D-Phil and stuff like, even if he's not like... If he's got like rapping or vocals on top of it, it would be like a Collin Thomas thing with like featuring D-Phil.
You guys just need a good group name, honestly.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right now, it's Money Back Guaranteed.
We'll go with that as of now. I don't want to make any promises though. No promises on the money back.
Maybe
Don't
that
quote
should
me on
that should be the main no promises.
No promises. Or yeah. No money back guaranteed.
Honestly, man, No Promises is a pretty tight name. It feels like an 80s pop band. It's like, hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of 90s beats.
Yeah, but dude, I mean, I'm sure we can do this again, you know?
Absolutely. I have hundreds of more songs and minutes that I would spend showcasing stuff.
Yep. But dude, I just want to thank you for, you know, playing your music and letting me talk to you about all of it.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for coming over and talking to me.